A victory in court for Apple. A New York judge has ruled the Justice Department cannot force the company to hack into an iPhone for the FBI. Now, this is a different case than the one involving the San Bernardino terrorists, but it could have major legal implications. Justice reporter Paula Reid is in Washington. Paula, the judge sided with Apple in this ruling. Why?
That's right, Elaine. This case handed down just a short time ago deals a serious blow to Apple in this ongoing fight over encryption. Now, this was, of course, a drug case, not a terrorism case. And the judge here ruled that the law that they're trying to base this argument on is called the All Writs Act. It's several centuries old. He said it doesn't speak to this issue. You can't demand that Apple unlock this phone based on that law. This is something that Congress will have to decide.
What has the Department of Justice said in response to this ruling?
The Justice Department did issue a statement. I have it here. It says that they are disappointed. They argue that Apple had agreed to actually help them unlock this phone until a judge in the case asked it to be briefed, asked for more information before granting the request. And this kind of goes to the Department of Justice's whole argument against Apple, that once these things become public, Apple is then playing a public relations game. So the Department of Justice says that Apple only refused to do this once this case became public. So ultimately, Apple will appeal to the next level, a district judge in that same city.
So, Paula, what are the potential implications, if any, that this ruling may have on the case involving the San Bernardino terrorist phone?
It's important to note that at this point, we're dealing with magistrate judges. And with all due respect to magistrate judges, they are sort of the lowest level of a federal judge when it comes to the order of higher courts. So this will automatically be appealed to a higher level, and it'll take several levels before these decisions become what we call precedent, before they become legally binding. So at this point, we have magistrate judges on opposite sides of the country coming down on opposite sides of this issue. It's possible that the magistrate judge in the San Bernardino case will read this case from Brooklyn, maybe consider some of the points, but there's no precedential value of this opinion.
As you know, Paula, FBI Director James Comey and Apple's general counsel will both be testifying on Capitol Hill Tuesday. What are we expecting to see?
We're going to see more of this being argued in the court of public opinion. FBI Director Comey is going to continue to say what he has said for years, which is that the increased improvements in encryption technology make it increasingly hard for him to do his job. You see, these are two very different cases. One is a terrorism case, another is a drug case. There are so many different instances now where they're running up against technology that just prevents them from being able to get the information or the data that they need, even with a valid warrant. And of course, Apple is going to argue that, especially in the San Bernardino case, they've gone too far, demanding that this company actually write software to undermine its own signature security protections. That is too far and that is too much. And that in order to protect their customers from being exploited by Russian hackers and others who could potentially exploit that software, they cannot comply with what the FBI is asking them to do. So, Elaine, I expect to hear more of what we've already been hearing for the past several weeks.
All right, Paula Reid in Washington for us. Paula, thank you.